You gotta make the hard days hard. Kind of thought it was going to be colder than it is. That's why I was going to start with my sweatshirt on. Alright guys, welcome back to another Ivy Labs YouTube video here. We're doing easy day yesterday, and gonna take you through a pretty brutal threshold workout here. Should be pretty brutal. Gonna try to run it right at around 85% effort-ish, and see how it all plays out here. Got warm up and then 5 by 8 minutes, which is pretty typical. Some variation of that. 4 by 10 minutes, 5 by 7 minutes, 6 by 7 minutes. Today's 5 by 8 minutes, a little bit different, and just building the engine. We've got 3.5 weeks here until Boston, and look good. So I kind of struggle with warm-up routines, because I think, like everybody else, when it comes to warm-up, you kind of avoid the warm-ups that are uncomfortable. And I think it makes a big difference with my runs when I actually do what I need to do. Warming up my hips, my hip flexors, my calves, especially for my shin splints. I've been using this app. Not sponsored. Go WOD. A friend recommended it to me, and it's been great for my pre-run stuff, and I've kind of just been relying on it, and it given me a somewhat different variation of things that I would typically do before my run. I think it helps a ton. So the point of these workouts, at least in my head, of course I want to push it hard, but at the same time, I know if these workouts are going well I feel like you can apply this to any endurance, but really, how fast can I go without feeling challenged at all? And some days I can base that off of heart rate, some days I can't, just because heart rate will vary so much day to day. But if you're training for high rocks, the one thing that I noticed was when I'm on my bike, or I'm just trying to PR running 5K, 10K, whatever it may be, I can hold a way higher heart rate than I can in high rocks. And I think it's just because when you've got one movement like running, you can sit there, find the groove, you're hurting really bad, but you don't have to worry about anything else. High rocks, it's like if you're doing the runs and you come in to burpees and you're already redlined, you're fucked. So really the goal with these workouts when I have high rocks in mind is how fast can I go and still be completely comfortable at the pace. So really, like, typically it's one, for me, like 172 heart rate and below. Obviously it varies, like I said, day to day, but that's kind of my rough intention when it comes to these threshold workouts. Said this before, if you're doing morning workouts, all I'm worried about is carbs and electrolytes. Just quick carbs, electrolytes. I really don't concern myself at all with protein. It's just going to slow down that digestion. I want this as quickly as possible after obviously fasting while sleeping. So doing hard morning workouts, really for me it kind of depends. Today it's not super long, but it is intense. I want to get somewhere around 80 grams of carbs and then my electrolyte mix. Just check that this first half of this loop. Let's see how that goes. Huh? Yep. 537. Pretty good. Heart rate's 173. I think it was like a 5:15 pace for that whole last one. Guys, this is my little makeshift yoga mat here. Just wrapped up the workout there. Stretching. Solid efforts. Heart rate was right around where I wanted it to be. The first effort, I think I was 541, and then it was 538, 537, 538, and then I wrapped up the last one with a 517. So I definitely had more in the tank. I kind of wanted to leave the last one at actually 100%, run the other ones at like 85%. And then really just try to lay it down on that last effort. And I think we did that pretty well. Now we're stretching. So this is my deload week. So typically I would have this morning workout, and then I would also have high rock style stuff this afternoon and strength work, but I'm on like a little bit of a deload. And I know that might sound funny after you just watch me absolutely trash myself. But really for me, this deload is kind of just a reduction in the quantity of the intensity and not necessarily the intensity itself. So we've still got obviously these really hard efforts. There's just maybe cut out from my typical 2 sessions a day. We're just down to, for the most part, 1 session a day and just really attacking it until Monday. And then we'll ramp back up again for the 2 weeks and then taper right before Boston. So feeling good. Went at it pretty hard today. As much as I vouch for easy days being easy, you gotta make the hard days hard.
10 seconds.
Oh, excuse her. You can't expect to race at a certain pace if you're not willing to train at that pace, if not faster than race pace. My goal is to, if I've got a certain pace in mind for a half or a 10K or whatever it might be, I want to feel comfortable enough that even if I wasn't 100% on race day, because the likelihood of that happening is pretty low, I'll still be able to meet the goal. And in that case, I need to be training at faster than race pace. A lot of people will train and very rarely are they even touching race pace, and then they're like surprised when they don't meet the goal that they set out on race day. It's like if your average pace, you're looking at hitting a 6:30 and all your training days are 7 minutes, 7:15, 7:20, you don't even touch race pace, you're probably not going to be able to do it on race day.
10 seconds.
You got to plan your race your plan. That bush is going to fly off. And
Change sides.
yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
You like that?
Sure.